Hey, moron. How about you stop being a jackass and hand over the Renans almond?
What you've done is evil.
Are you gonna do the weird trope of not killing the villain? Seriously?
You didn't walk your path out of weakness, but merely from misguided strength. Misguided because you were alone. Because you had no friends to keep you on the straight and narrow. No one to use all that strength for, other than yourself. That loneliness could make a monster out of anyone. Out of me. I understand. And I forgive you, Volrun.
But do you want your forgiveness?
Pity. You can choke on your vain forgiveness.
Yeah. How about you just, instead of forgiving him, how about you grab the ultimate weapon?
To save this world? To make your selfish dreams into reality? You choose to walk that path. You choose a path of betrayal, despair, and corruption. And in the darkness at the end, I'll be waiting for you! Volrun! I'm sorry. The Renans is...
Yes, but you still possess the blazing sword. It may not be quite as strong as the Renans Alma, but nonetheless...
I can't. I would never. It would kill you.
My thorns, they're... Soon the great astral spirit will break free. And when that happens, no one will be spared. But there's still time. You can still destroy the thorns. And me with them.
But that's exactly what we've been fighting to prevent.
Maybe you should have, instead of forgiving moron, you should have grabbed the Renans almond first, moron.
You did. I know. But I don't want you to die either. So please, don't let me be the end of the world.
That's it. Look! The path Dahna's energy flowed through is still open. We can use it to call out to Dahna's will.
Alvin, what are you saying?
Don't you remember? Linwell said there was a little bit of Dahna's will inside all of us. If there is a way everyone can come together to form Dahna's will, then maybe we can ask for it to help us, to find us a way out of this.
Are you really saying that if all of Dahna thinks of saving us, it will become the will of the planet itself? That's madness.
Maybe so, but it's the only way we can save you. And the only way to save Rena, too.
To save Rena?
That's right. Rena's will never had evil intent. If we're saving everyone, that includes them. I don't want to live in a world Shion. And I'm tired of living a life built on death.
Alpha and I'm with you.
Collective will of Dahna, hear my plea! I want to save Shion! And I want to save Rena too! I want to end this cycle of one joy, constantly being sacrificed for another's pain! So please, grant us your strength!
Do they even know what's going on? Like, it feels like the actual energy is just being drained from them. I don't think they know what's going on. It's not like a multiple, like a yes or no answer. They just like, did they even agree to this? I don't think so. Is that the end? Okay. I'm gonna give a review of this game. I think the game doesn't really stick the landing for me. I feel like the game doesn't really stick the landing for me, mostly because I like where it started as to like one group being suppressed by the other. I would much rather if they just like if they went on to Lenegis and then realized the Lenegis people, the people on the Rena that's living on Lenegis are just as like oppressed as the people on Dahnan, and then they went to fight whoever's in charge of Rena. Instead, they went on with this, oh, the Great Spirit did it, but not really. The Great Spirit asked the puppet race to do it, and puppet race just made up this convoluted plan to enslave Dahnan for 300 years. So it's like nobody's fault. And like in the end there, where like Voron just comes out of nowhere to do, which is fine because Voron is the whole game is another lesson of the theme of the game is like there shouldn't be barrier between people, and everyone should get along. But like Vorong is the opposite of that, like the dark side of that philosophy, where like he's like, yeah, I don't care if you are Ren or Dahnan, I'm in it for me. I'm in it for number one, which is me. So there's that. So fighting Vorong at the end. And I thought maybe you had to beat him alone, so I was really panicked because I didn't buy any like HP item. All I bought the item I bought was CP and revival item. So I was kind of afraid that Vorong fighting, I was gonna lose to Vorong, but no, the Vorong fight was kind of just a thing you gotta do. You like the cinematic fight you had to get through, but. But in the end, they're like, when Elfin is like, I forgive you, like, I was like, does he even ever want your forgiveness? Does he, like, ever show any redeeming quality this entire fight? Does he, like, ever show, like, he wants, like, do we even get any of his backstories saying he's a tragic character who deserves to be forgiven? Like, no, like, he just stands out of nowhere and leave the item can save Xiang alone and just forgives Vorong for no reason at all, and Vorong just destroyed the Renans armor, and we have to like do this whole thing to end the game, which is kind of super weird to me. So that's the story. I feel like this has like 70% great story, 30% doesn't really stick landing for me. Alright, that's half of the review I want to say.
Let's go.
Okay. The ending reminds me of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where but instead of the world being like separated forever, the world just merges, which is like the better ending, I think. I think I said enough about the story. I like the story. One last thing. No, not last thing. The story is fine, but I feel like I would change some of the main thing. Because I feel like if the game wants to be like less of an interactive anime, which is basically what most JRPG is, and more like grounded, they would have made it so. I mean, they could keep most of the elements where there are lords, and once you get enough actual entry, the lord would promise to become the ruler of Rena. But when you kill all the lords and you get on to Lenegis, then you realize nobody on Lenegis ever went to Rena, only the Lord went to it, then you realize, yeah, the Lord doesn't get to be the ruler, the Lord just gets killed every time. And the renegade, the so-called Rena we see this entire game are just Dahnans, like, who got kidnapped and brainwashed to think they're Renans. Then you like you actually go to Rena, you find out Renans are like this alien race or whatever, like the Haugankuns, who are just like evil and wants astral energy and for something. And they are like the rulers, and you have to kill like the king of Haugankun or whatever. I feel like that would be better than like, yeah, there's a great spirit, but the great, not really. So the great spirit made Haugankun do it, but like he doesn't know what Haugankun would do, and Haugankun just did it anyway. Just did it. So I feel like it's kind of weird. It's kind of weak. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say about story. Combat wise, I like the combat. The combat flows, it flows really well. Which all the arts and you can perform. I got two problems for the combat. Mostly it's the boost attacks. I'm fine with offense, Xions, Greenwells, and Laws. It's just Dohanlin and Kasaras. Is that I don't know when you're supposed to bind the enemy, like when they're gonna jump. You're supposed to bind them, or you're supposed to like block them to stop them from charging. Because when Greenwells, you have to do like when enemy uses magic, you have like a time period where like there's a countdown. You have to use Greenwell's boost within that time. I wish like the enemies, like whenever the enemy uses a charge move, there would be like a red circle instead of the purple one. There will be a red circle counting down. You have to like charge. You have to do it, press it before the red circle is done, then charging. Or like if the enemy is trying to like jump out of starting to jump, instead of charging blue when they're like their awakening state, they will charge like red or like pink or something. So just so you have like some visual cues to what you have to do when you're supposed to do it. That's the thing. Also, the particle effects. There's just way too many particle effects on screen, especially when you're fighting like in that little arena. The particle effect does like two things. It makes it so you don't know if a magic is used by your enemy or you. If there's enemy doesn't use magic, then that's fine. But if the enemy started to use magic, you literally don't know if that's the Ringwall's magic or your magic. So you don't know if you're safe enough to stand there and wail on the enemy, or if you're just stand there a second longer, you are going to die. Like it's never clear, and it kind of got on my nerves a little bit. Also, the particle effects make it so time to dodge is really a pain in the ass, especially when like that's not even the enemies. Even Ringwall's magic makes it so hard to see what you are dodging, the dodge, and like also when there's like more than one not more than one, like couple of big enemies on screen, so like one of them's blocking your camera. There's no way to tell how to dodge, like when you're supposed to dodge that. And dodging is a big part of this game too. A lot of things I will admit I didn't realize is my fault, but I feel like the game doesn't really explain it to you. Like for instance, a lot of the sword that you make early on in the game, you have to keep them to make better swords later. The game doesn't really explain it to you, and when I play a game like that, when I'm short on cash, what I would do is just sell my old weapons. That's just what you do. But in this game, first I sold all of my weapons. Then like I needed them back, and I needed to just grab them. And to buy them again. I'm pretty sure the game doesn't tell you that's a thing. Also, the game doesn't tell you if you really need money, you can fish. Like you can sell the rare fish, or like the fish you caught to the vendor to get more money. Like that's not the thing the game actually tell you. So I think I was on like not even Lennox. I was actually on Rena before I started like seriously go out and catch all 44 fish, and that's the I realized, oh, you can actually sell these fish for money. I wish I knew that sooner, but you know, yeah. All in all, it's a pretty great game. Not the best. I would give it an 8.8, maybe 9 out of 10. It's probably like gonna end up on one of my top 10 games. I really like the game. I know I said a lot of problems about the game, but I like this. I for the most part I like the story. I like the combat. I got used to it in the end. Also, I feel like this game has my favorite cast of characters. What I mean by that is, you know, in some games when you only play as yourself, you get a bunch of likable supporting casts. Like, for instance, The Witcher, Hades, these are all like great games, or some of my favorite games. You play as a certain character, and you experience the world, you talk to people, you know, they have a great supporting character, but those supporting characters usually don't travel with you throughout the game. But then there's like Tales of Arise, Final Fantasy, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and Persona games. You get more characters over time, but then they stick with you throughout the entire game. So I feel like this has one of my favorite cast of characters. Other than Persona 4 and 5, I think this might be my third favorite cast of casting of characters. Because the game really focus on each of them. They each have their own story. They each have their own problems. They each overcome, have growth in their own way. Greenwell has growth on her. She learns to trust Rena and realize not all people are bad. Law has to starts forgiving himself, like when the journey of forgiveness. Kasara has like existential crisis. Then she remembers because she was like loyal to Dahnan to a fault, and then she has to like grow as a person from there. Dahnan has to figure out who he is other than besides the Lord. Xiang has like a full growth. Alphen has a full growth. They have their own storyline. They have their own growth, and then this is the way they interact with each other during the skits, during the meals and stuff. So this is probably my favorite cast of like a video game character, like one of my favorite casts of video game characters, and it has a lot of emphasis on each one of them and as a group. So it is a very good cast. That's what I want to say there. So yeah, 8.89. I would highly recommend this game. I will play the post-game content. There's a post-game dungeon where you're supposed to grind up your level to level 100, which is going to take a long time. I'm probably not going to do that on stream, but probably go through all of the all of the post-game stuff. Then I'll buy the DLC. I want to see what the DLC is all about. I'll definitely buy the DLC, but I don't know when that's going to be yet. So yeah, that's my future plan for this game. So we are at the point where the credit is showing the future, I think. It's definitely showing the future now. Or is it the past? I don't know. I know we're showing the past before, like in not black and white, but in like non-color. Now it has color. I'm pretty sure now it's showing the future now. Yeah, them three are playing music, sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the future. Oh no, great, pretty good story, great cast, great combat system, has a little bit, oh yeah, they have a new how they're living together, definitely the future. So, great game. Makes me want to try more Tales of game, probably not anytime soon, because I still want to try Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I played 1 and 3. I haven't played 2 yet, and I really want to try Xenoblade 2. After Xenoblade 2, maybe I'll try another Tales of game. My friend recommended to me Tales of Arise, which is this game, and Tales of Berseria, which I think I will try Tales of Berseria next if I ever get the chance. But I don't know when that's gonna be. It probably like not for a while. Bandai Namco. What other game does Bandai Namco make? Do they make Digimon games? Oh! Okay, Doghoom, okay. This is a wedding. Bandai Namco makes Elden Ring. Okay. Okay. Alright. Destin Liberator. The game will now save your player data. Loading this file will unlock new quests or a brand new adventure and encounters awaits. Alright. Save on number 3. Alright. Let me see where does the game put me if I load up the save file. Okay, that's not right. Oh! So you did put me here. Okay, so we do have new quests here. We only have 1. Where is this? Okay. Okay, you. Alright, okay. We are done for today. If you're watching this on Twitch channel, like playthrough, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, comment if you want. If you want to watch it on Twitch, I'll leave the channel down in the description. See you guys all next time. Goodbye.